And hello and welcome back to the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. We're here live at South Metro Sportsplex as we have a Pee Wee game for you here. Game number 2 between the CAHA North Stars, the Capital Amateur Hockey Association North Stars, taking on the Dayton Stealth, led by head coach Michael Laus. We're underway as the Stealth don the white jerseys in game number 2 and the North Stars donning the traveling blue jerseys. It's Cox in the net for Dayton going against Summers of CAHA. We're underway here from South Metro Sportsplex. Put 12 minutes on the board, and we played 22 seconds. There's no score. Dayton flying down the ice, and CAHA goes up the ice in the corner. I believe that's Klein looking for a friendly North Star. Finds someone on the blue line. Into the neutral zone it goes. Controlled by Cotterman. And controlled by the back defenseman of Klein. A new North Star joins the fray with 11:11 to go in the opening period. No score. The first game was earlier today before the Centerville Elks fell in a shootout to the St. Xavier Bombers of Cincinnati. Fell 3-2 in that contest. Loose puck controlled now by Denny. Denny towards the right. Slows down past the blue. A nice chip of the puck by Dayton. That's McGinnis with the nice chip. Stealth member falls down as Fleming controls the loose puck. By the way, the North Stars are led by Ben Edson, Ben Kyler, James Klein, and Scott Ruffing are the assistants as Cox in net. Just out of the reach of a North Star, heading towards the near point. Racing forward, here comes Dayton. It's a 3-on-2, and a 2-on-1 broken up. Denny reaching the stick down low, poking it away. Loose puck. Here comes Dayton. Sliding over the puck was Riley. No scratch that. That's Francis, rather. Wide of Cox's net. 10-12 to go in the opening period here. Game 2 between CAHA and the Dayton Stealth. There's no score. The first game, it was the North Stars taking it 5-1 with 2 goals in the second, 3 in the first, down low as Cox back up on his skates. Work around the corner for Smith. Smith trying to close up shot, make that Francis of her team, Swept on the other side. Now in the hands of Francis. Controlled by Fleming in front of the blue line. He'll offer one towards Cox. A nice slide down low, went towards the left, keeping the puck out of the back of the net. 9:35 to go in the first. There's no score. On the other side, waiting for it for Dayton, is Francis. He's tangled up, however, with a member of the North Stars. In the first game, the North Stars had the white jerseys, very reminiscent of New York Rangers look, as I heard from the fans during the break. And the Dayton Stealth had the red jerseys, a very sharp kit. Red happens to be my favorite color, so maybe that's a little bias on my part. Salvador comes up with the loose puck for the North Stars with 9:06 to play in the opening period. No score. Incoming. Nice job by the captain of the Stealth in Riley. Salvador leaves it go. Riley off the side of the net and jumped on by Summers. Summers in the net for the North Stars. Cox in the net for Dayton. 8:55 to go in the opening period here. Sponsored by Dayton Children's Hospital. We're scoreless here at the South Metro Sportsplex. A lot of fans coming in watching the tail end of the Centerville St. X game, watching this game. Game 2 between CAHA, which I heard is non-league. That bouncing puck hits off the post and going the other way of Summers. Controlled now by the North Stars in blue. Ross going against Ross of Dayton. Dayton's Ross looks for Huff. Here's Edgen now coming up with it for CAHA. On the left wing with 8:30 to play. A nice sharp cut into the attacking zone. However, that's offside against the North Stars. And we'll bring it back in the neutral zone with 8:27 to play in the opening period. No score. In that first game, by the way, 4 penalties called. 3 on the Stealth for tripping, hooking, and another trip. And the lone one against the North Stars was tripping. There's a collision in the ice. Nelson taking down Salvador. Here's Kyler, left wing, into the attacking zone. Swept away by Dayton. Ipock. Ross drops it across the goal line with 8:06 to play in the opening period. Still no score. Swept behind by Dayton. Ipock. On the boards. Poked away by Salvador. Moved forward by Denny. And into the neutral zone. The North Stars will jump on it. Klein with the feed. Looks for Tackett. Tackett up top. Cox sliding towards his right. Still North Stars with the puck. Poked off the stick of Cox. Swung towards the right. Kept in by Klein at the point. Towards the right. Shoot away. Now in the possession of Dayton's Huff. 7:20 to go in the first, all the way to the corner, and that's icing. Pee-wee battle here. Non-conference tilt. Dayton Stealth, led by head coach Mike Laus, assistant coaches Brent Dalton and Mark Schneider. Round 2 between the North Stars of the Capital Amateur Hockey Association and the Dayton Stealth. Controlled now by Dalton. Picked up on the other side for a roughing. To the right corner, scooped up by Dayton. That's Ryder. To the face-off circle, Ryder picks it up, goes towards the left. A one-on-one race on the wing, picked up by Dayton. Good handiwork. It's Fleming crowding him from behind. Summers pokes it away in the slot, past the stick of Schneer. And now up ahead goes Smith. 6:41 to go in the first period here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports, sponsored by Dayton Children's Hospital. Going on the other side, here's Cox with a save on the right side of the net. Fleming waits for it, canes it, bounces one off in front, wide of Cox, who's down on his side, and quickly back up goes Cox. A good reaction time for the Dayton goalie. Straight ahead, heading towards the corner, and it's going to be a one-on-one race. Again, this time Fleming beats out Powers for the puck. Fleming with good size, towering over both Stealth wingman, chasing it back. Fleming towards the right. 6 minutes to play, halfway through the opening period, no score. Towards the left, here's Dayton. Fleming trying to forward it across. Underneath the legs. I think that's Ross out there, possibly. Fleming at the point, keeping it in, bouncing one off Cox, rebound, back at Cox, and it goes wide. Good opportunity there. I believe that was Schneer. No, that actually was Cotterman. Down to Cox, who's on his backside after the shot. Heading towards Summers. The Biscuit's going to die in the defending zone of the North Stars. Here's Denny. One-on-one with Francis. Swung towards the right. Scooped up by Edson. And now here go the blue shirts up top. It's Fleming trailing Edson. Fleming breaking out on the left wing. Going onside to the left corner with 5:04 to go in the first. Shooting it high into the glove of Cox. And stops the clock at 5:01 to go in the first. No score between the North Stars and the Stealth. Like I mentioned, 5 goals in the win against the Stealth. 5-1, the North Stars took it in Game 1. It was this afternoon. Here comes Dayton. Towards the right, jammed up with the skates of Nelson of Dayton. There's a stick, possibly broken at the head, but it's picked up by Lindsay, I believe. Off the boards is Ross of the North Stars, closing up the far point, off of Cox. Controlled now by Dayton. Towards the left, 4:30 to go in the first. Shot back at Cox, doesn't get to the Dayton goalie. As Ross for the North Stars moved it forward. Across the way of one Cox. Ross picks it back up for the North Stars. E. Ross. Left wing towards Cox. The shot broken up by the Stealth. North Stars doing a nice job with the offensive possession. And now Dayton would like a crack on Summers. Here's J. Ross against E. Ross. J. Ross of Dayton. Scooped up by the Stealth, fresh off the bench. Going back for reinforcements. Right by the red line. Closing in. I believe that's Salvador on the chase. Back for E. Ross. 3:40 to go in the first. Salvador straight ahead, out of the reach of Schneer. Right wing action for the Stealth. Nice tip. Summers thinking about going for loose puck, but that's a drive by E. Ross. Going the other way. Bounce in front. Schneer off his stick. Controlled by the North Stars. They'll counter with a 2-on-2 this way. And Pfister straight ahead. Lost the handle by the blue line. Back to the Stealth. Fresh on the ice. The North Stars are the home team in this contest. They're sitting in the home bench anyway. As the Stealth and the North Stars are scoreless after 1 period of play. I believe that's Schneer out there. 2 Stealth in front. They'll rip the puck away, go on the other side. Looking for Schroeder. Right wing, push back. Schroeder up top now, past the red. Drop towards the Zamboni corner. Going back for it is Dayton. That's Powers going against Ruffing. Drop down low of Summers. The puck out of his reach, but the whistle is blown with 2.5 to play in the first. No score as Summers battling Cox in the net. Edson now battling Dayton. McGinnis between the points, set wide out of the grasp of Summer. A nice slide by Summers. Excuse me. There is more than one Summer. I kid. Sorry. Summers with a nice slide over towards his left. Very mobile in the creases, Summers. As the North Stars go on the attack. Looking for Cotterman on the right wing. Pass out of his reach. Dayton going back to work. Swooping in. Here's McGinnis. McGinnis, the finishing move. Summers knocks it away from Turner. Good defensive move by the North Stars goalie. We're still scoreless with 1:50 to go in the first. Ruffing sweeps it towards the left. Ruffing for the North Stars. The North Stars donning the blue jerseys this afternoon. Earlier today, donned the white kit. Shot at Cox, caught, and a stoppage of play with 1:32 to go in the first, in a scoreless affair. The CAHA North Stars battling the Stealth of Dayton, Ohio, as the Columbus, Ohio region. Back to the bench. It's Denny looking to keep it in for the North Stars. Has it, goes towards the left. There's Fleming. 1:24 to go in the first. Now on the other side, shoveled forward by Dayton. And a whistle. And it looks like Cox has a stop with 1:13 to go in the first. No score between the North Stars and the Dayton Stealth. There's a goal scored by the North Stars in the front of Cox. And it's CAHA going on top 1-0 with 1:08 to go in the first. Leading the Selly line was Tackett. And looks like all 5 for the North Stars will stay on the ice. The aggregate score in this afternoon, North Stars outscoring the Stealth by 5 at 6-1. It's 1-0 in this contest with 1:02 remaining in the first period. Around the corner, chasing it for Dayton, is Nelson. Going on the other side, picked up now by Dayton. And J. Ross. Trying to push it on forward was Denny. Scooped up by the North Stars defense. Good size on the defense. That's Fleming again. 37 seconds to go in the opening period. Fleming, left wing, dropping it back for Kyler. Swept back. Controlled now by Nelson, and we'll have a whistle. I believe that's offside. And we'll drop it in neutral zone as both teams swap out their 5. A new sky of 5 North Stars and a tarmac of 5 Stealth. 25.2 seconds to go in the first. 1-0 CAHA. Schneer with a center ice face-off. It's not offside after all. You don't have offside infractions dropped in center ice. At least I don't think you do in the Pee Wee level anyway. Here's some good speed for Dayton. Coming down the left wing, flung off the right fist of Summers, diving for it. Off the end of the net. Back towards Summers. Donahue will get it with 2 seconds left. Loose puck. And that will do it. That's 12 minutes in the books. And CAHA leads 1-0. We'll take a quick breather and come back for period 2 here in the home of South Metro Sports on YouTube. Period number 2 upon us. CAHA North Stars 1, Dayton Stealth 0. The Stars now collide down the ice. Dayton Stealth fly up the ice as Donahue rips it away from Cotterman. North Stars looking to add on to the 1-0 lead. Here's Cox. Bumped towards the right. Novotny. Jam shot by Cotterman. Donahue and Ryder with the defense. Picked up by Schroeder of the Stealth. And Dayton going back this way. Kane job. Can't keep it away. That was Powers as he goes strong to the net and scores for Dayton. Powers with the reach. Knocks it loose. And we're tied up at 1. 39 seconds into the second. Powers with his second goal on the day. The first goal. Got an assist from Dalton. That was in the second period. And that was early on in the second frame as well. CAHA now attacking this way as Cox, loose puck back at you. Down low and behind, kicked in by Tackett. Tackett scores, and the North Stars lead 2-1. The Stealth tied it up. Actually, the Stripes are going to talk it over. I think they do rule that a good goal. No, a face-off over to the right. I think they said that Cox saved and it was kicked in, so that is not a good goal. I believe that's what the Stripes are saying. I can't tell from the second-story lobby. Now here's Turner coming up with it for Dayton. Ripped away by the blue shirts. That's the North Stars kit. And the poke on through by Tackett. Saved by Cox. It bounces wide. Tackett working. Stripped away by Riley. Still the North Stars in their attacking zone. Off the backside of Tackett. And controlled again by the Stealth. That time, McGinnis. 10:42 to go in Pee Wee action here at South Metro Sportsplex. It's a tie game at 1 between the North Stars and the Stealth. This is the Michael Louth Pee Wee squad. Picked up now by Kyler of CAHA. Up ahead, defensive. Pushed away, there's a shot on Summers. Loose puck swung by McGinnis. Looking for reinforcements. Here is an opportunity. And Francis, the closest one there, got poked away by Summers. Great game thus far. Great talent between the two squads. Here's a shot high on Cox. Into the protective net it goes. And we'll have a face-off in front of Cox with 10:02 to go in the second. And a 1-1 affair. Dayton ties it up early in the second by Powers. We'll drop it over towards the right. Swooping in on Dayton's side of the face-off is Huff. And I can't tell who's taking it for CAHA as the numbers are just on the back of the jerseys. That is Schneer that took it for the Stars. Here's a blast towards Cox. Nice measurement. And Cox will land on top of it with 9:54 to go in the second. And a 1-1 affair here at South Metro Sportsplex. Face-off is to Cox's right. Push forward. Here's a flip off the shaft of the stick of Ross. Push forward by Smith. Kept in and just trickling wide. I believe it touched off Cox before going wide. If Cox didn't have a piece, that might have bounced home. The Stealth playing defense. Nelson down low. Schneer on the chase. Away from J. Ross. Ryder's got it. Fans yell from the stands. Picked away by Pfister. Now controlled by Dalton. Towards the left. Ross jammed up. Schneer. And also Denny. 9:02 to go in the second. A 1-1 affair. Dalton playing defense as the North Stars crash the slot off of Dalton. Good size on Dalton. It's broken up. Nelson battling in the Zamboni corner. On the other side, it's picked up by Dayton. Ryder. Now for the North Stars. Edson. Edson closest. Got the puck away from Cox. trying to jam it on home and score as Cox had his left leg stretched out with a skate on the post. And Connerman and company are able to pack it away down low past Cox's left leg. And the North Stars go back up 2-1 with 8:27 to go in the middle period. A tough goal to let for Cox. Definitely not a lack of attempt there as Cox stretched from post to post. His left leg just high enough where the puck would slip in. And the North Stars get a very contested goal. Whistle. And in the neutral zone will go back with 8:17 to go. The North Stars go back on top by a 2-1 margin. I tell you, South Metro Sports, there's no end to the hockey fun we'll have on the weekends. Not only being home to Dayton Youth Hockey Association, well, Dayton has lots of homes around here using every sheet of ice possible, including here at South Metro Sportsplex. But also high school hockey, the Springboro Shootout is in full effect. We'll have the next two games starting, I believe, either 5 or 5:30. You think this broadcaster would remember, but it is sometime after this game ends. We'll have public skate after the two games, and we'll be back here bright and early to end the Springboro Shootout. Coming back this way for Dayton, looks to be Turner. Nope, sorry. That is Schroeder. 7:50 to go in the second. North Stars back on top by 1. It's 2-1. CAHA. Swapped out in front. Summers in the pipes for the North Stars. CAHA with the recovery, but picked up in the neutral zone by Dayton's IPOC. Riley out of the reach down low of Schroeder. Has to go in the far corner. Battle with a North Star. Back to the Dayton carrier. Down low. It's trapped by Summers. 7:20 to go in the second. 2-1 favoring the host CAHA squad. They're the home team in this contest, donning the home bench. The Stealth in the away bench in this contest. Now the North Stars control it. Tack at the closest North Star. He waits for the puck. Trying to keep it in for Dayton is Ryder. Still in the Stealth's attacking zone. Flip to the neutral zone. Controlled by Ryder. Going towards the right. I think that was Turner. Back towards the slot. North Stars jamming up to the neutral zone. Ryder trying to push it forward. Incoming is Kyler. Kyler, right wing, curving towards the slot, shoots it. Cox save. Possibly hit off his left glove. No, it stays completely in the left glove. That's a catch for Cox. 6:40 to go in the second. 2-1 CAHA over Dayton. Face-off is over to Cox's left as McGinnis battles Kyler for this face-off. McGinnis gets a left hand kick. Here's Ryder, sweeps it. Dayton in their own zone. Back to the North Stars, putting offensive pressure. They've done this quite well in the first period. Tackett with a feed from the corner, trying to jam it on home past Cox. Tackett still with the puck, swept away by Cox. Good heads-up read with Cox leaning over towards the right. Gets a stick in there, keeping away from Tackett. Here's Francis left wing, Tackett trailing. Francis at the point, and Francis goes offside. 6:06 to go in the second. It's 2-1 favoring the Capital Amateur Hockey Association. If you hear all that noise up here in the second-story lobby of South Metro Sports, it's the Beaver Creek Beavers warming up for the next game. Taking on the Elder Panthers. That's sure to be a good battle. Loose puck to Cox, batted. IPOC. And we'll have a delayed penalty against the Stealth. Our first penalty of the game will be interference. And it's the North Stars with the 5-on-4 advantage. Riley to the sin bin he goes. 5:54 to go in the second. We're halfway through this contest. A 2-1 North Stars advantage. And a brand new PK cell out there for the Stealth. Donahue will wave Huff back to the bench. It's Donahue, Dalton, and Schroeder. There needs to be a fourth member of the Stealth. And coming back out there is IPOC. First power play of this contest goes to the blue-cladded North Stars. Drop down low, Donahue off the body of Smith. Incoming, looks like that's Schneer. Down low, Cox with the denial. Schneer picks it up in the slot, trying to go top shelf with Pfister. Block shot. I believe that was off the stick of Dayton and IPOC. 5:34 to go in the second at Cox. Swept to the right. I believe Smith had the last touch. 1:35 to go on this power play for the North Stars. Schneer towards the slot. Cleanup job in front of the blue line. Here's Schroeder on the chase, and Schroeder has it, pushing the last defenseman back. That's Fleming getting the touch on the puck. And moving it forward is Pfister. 5:12 to go in the second, out of the reach of Schneer, and popped up off the body of IPOC. Here's Schroeder now going to the neutral zone. Heading it towards the left, no one there. Back to the North Stars with 1:06 to go on this power play. 2-1 CAHA over Dayton. Moving it forward, back for the blue shirts. Fleming with a nice spin. IPOC has the handle. Back to the North Stars, shot on high by Edson. Novotny back to the point. There's a spin around job. Shot going wide of Cox. 41 seconds to go on the power play. Off the side of the net of Cox. Swept away. Novotny had that last shot. Here's Dalton closing in. Runs into the boards. Towards the slot. Down low. Cox has it stopped. Cox stomped on that with his right leg. And it stays in front of the goal line. That's what counts. And Cox with a tremendous stop with 4:21 to go in the second. Stealth trailing 2-1 here at South Metro Sportsplex. This broadcast sponsored by Dayton Children's Hospital. Batted towards the right. Here's Cotterman trying to spin around. It's the Cox who jumps on top of it. Edson, the closest member of the North Stars there. Now 4:17 to go in the second. Still 2-1 North Stars advantage. Starting in goal for both squads in the first game was Burry, and for Dayton it was Champagne. Back to the North Stars. They look for one last shot on this power play. 3 seconds left. Around Dalton. Edson spins around the point. Lost the handle. Quickly back on it. We're back to 5-on-5. I believe that's Riley heading out on the ice. No, he'll go back to the bench for someone else. Full strength, the North Stars 0 for 1 on the power play with 3:42 to go in the second. Ryder towards the left, past Powers, Francis chasing. North Stars set up camp on the red line, going the other side for Cotterman. Cotterman left wing, 1-on-1. Nice job by McGinnis. Powers, left wing, Francis away from E. Ross. Now on the left wing, here's Francis. Ross taketh back. Looking for Taka on the other side with 3:11 to go in the second, and Dayton trailing 2-1. Right wing time, incoming a member of the Stealth. That was Turner trying to derail Kyler. Turner with some nice speed to catch up to the puck carrier. Here's Lindsay. IPOC back on defense, away from Tackett. Lindsay again, around the cage, trying to pack it in past Cox, and it's stopped at the post. Actually off the side of the net, Cox did a nice job. 2:47 to go in the second. Dayton trailing the North Stars 2-1. Face off over to the right of Cox. Swooping on in to take it is Huff for Dayton. Towards the left, going down low for the puck was Nelson. Slow to get up. North Stars have it at the left point. Off the tip of the stick of the captain of Riley. Riley drives. Squeezed. Here's Nelson. Running into two blue shirts. Freeing away. Now for Huff. Huff working a spaced out 3-on-1 with two North Stars catching up. Huff comes up with the puck underneath. Riley trying to catch it. To the neutral zone, the North Stars continue to push. 2:12 to go in the second. 2-1 CAHA. Back to Riley. Towards the left, bouncing, finding a new driver in J. Ross. There's two Rosses on. There's one Ross in each team, two Rosses total. For Nelson. Schneer pushes them away. Back to the North Stars. A good takeaway there for CAHA, who lead by a goal at 2-1. Ross left wing. Ross straight ahead. Back for Tackett. Riley skating backwards. 1:36 to go in the second. 2-1 CAHA lead. Right wing. Here's Huff. Keeps it away from the closest stick of Pfister. Getting the stick close, but not close enough to cane it away. 1:22 to go in the second. It's 2-1 CAHA. Left wing. Huff chases. The stealth member yet to get up on his skates. Good effort by J. Ross. 1:07 to go in the second. 2-1 CAHA. Nelson drops it and Dayton goes for a swap. We're down to our final minute of period number 2. Straight ahead is the Blue Tops. Looks like J. Ross strips it away for Dayton. Pushing it forward, down low. Summers save, loose puck in front and score! I believe that was Schroeder with the finishing move, and we're tied again at 2 with 45.3 seconds to go in the second. I believe that was Schroeder with the last touch for the Stealth. Schroeder and Ryder combined on a nice high five. And now to the neutral zone for a center ice face-off. Donahue squares up. And it's picked off by the North Stars. Back to a Dayton bounce. Schroeder takes it right wing. Racing forward is Cotterman. 36 seconds to go in the second. North Stars, a one-on-one up ahead. Nice handle and nice goal up top. Edson scores to give the North Stars their third lead of the contest. Great handling by Edson. He races forward, curves towards the right, and shoots it off top of Cox. 29.7 seconds to go in the second. 3-2. The North Stars with their third lead. I'll be honest, I have the... After the Stealth goal went off, it sounded vacuum down below, and play as action begins. You might not be able to hear it on the YouTube stream. 10 seconds left in the second. Edson will get the pass wide of Cox, out of his reach. Last second for Powers, and that's 24. 3-2 lead for the North Stars. A great back and forth second period. And we'll come back after this breather and a drink of hydration here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Minutes to play as we enter the third period. The North Stars go back on top 3-2 with a late second period goal. Summers in net for the North Stars, and the Stealth have Cox patrolling the pipes. This has been a very competitive game, back and forth. The first game this afternoon between the two squads was 5-1. Down low, Cox reaches for the loose puck and holds on strong with 11:44 to go in regulation, and a 3-2 CAHA North Stars advantage. This is Lee W. Mound with you here. Thank you and hello to all of you joining us this Saturday afternoon. If you couldn't make it, we have the stream for you, and later on today, hopefully, if I remember, this will be listed as public so you can watch it again and again and again as many times as your internet will allow you. On the other side, Dayton picks it back up. The Stealth heading back down the ice, and the North Stars fly up north in the nighttime sky. Actually, we're about 30 minutes away from 5 o'clock. It might not be nighttime. It might be sunsetting time. Isn't winter great? 40 seconds in the third. Of course it is. It's home of hockey. As Cox shuffles over towards the right, going straight ahead, spun around, loose puck taken by Salvador. Just one penalty called in this game as Cox will jump on the loose puck with 2 North Stars approaching. 3-2 North Stars advantage. It's a nice looking logo on the front of the North Stars jerseys. They're donning the blue kit in game number 2. It's a star with a tail, kind of like the Blue Jackets logo, minus the Ohio State flag and the silver star, of course. But fairly similar in shape, as the Stealth donning the classic Dayton Stealth logo. And like one of the last Dayton Bombers logos, after all the youth associations around town combined to form Dayton, as we'll have a whistle. And that's a check. You can't check in Pee Wee. Most levels you can, not in Pee Wee. And Ross will go to the box for the second Dayton infraction. 10:43 to go in the third. North Stars 0 for 1 in the power play. We should have a face-off in front of Cox. It's a 3-2 North Stars advantage. Remember asking a ref last year, I think it was the Buckeye year-end tournament I was doing, asking what the point to the badge on most referee kits were. That's called a check. Well, it's called checking, I should say. Like I mentioned in Pee Wee, that's illegal. In high school hockey, that is not illegal unless you get a little rough with it or you interfere with it. Here's roughing behind the back, going for Pfister. Klein trailing. North Stars trying to get out of their own zone with 30 seconds gone from their second power play of the game. 10:11 to go in regulation. Dayton trailing by 1. It's 3-2. Bounce back, heading towards Summers. Loose puck in front, and he's doing his best, Summers, to keep it underneath. It's swept away, and a 2-on-2 happening for the North Stars. Schneer will get around the defensive line towards Cox, off the chest of Cox, and swept away by Dayton's defense. Kept in by the North Stars with 1:05 to go in the power play. Down low on Cox, a nice save, and scooped up by Dayton's Dalton. Dalton around the bend, waiting for it on the other side is Powers from the blue line. North Stars sending it wide at Cox. 45 seconds left on the power play. 9:25 to go in the third. Stretching out is Cox, making the stop. 9:22 to go in the third. It's 3-2 in favor of the visiting, but technically the home team in this contest, North Stars. Like I mentioned, the Capital Amateur Hockey Association from Central Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, home of the NHL Blue Jackets, going nationwide arena home. Great hockey scene in Central Ohio, with rumors starting that near Sawmill Road, there's going to be a new ice rink built in the Viking Center for 2019. That's just next year. Here's a shot, and there's Cox with the catch. 25 seconds to go on the power play. 3-2 CAHA is your score. Going back to the Viking Center news, which may or may not affect CAHA. Going back to that news, like I mentioned, it's on Sawmill Road, which is the northern quadrant of Columbus, with the exception of Easton and Dublin, unless you want to count 70 North. There's offside against CAHA. We'll drop it with 9:01 to play in the third. 3-2 Stars. If you want to count North 70, then I guess it's in the northern quadrant of Columbus. That's great because if you think about ice time around Dayton, Ohio, there's not that many rinks to share. There's Springfield, Ohio's Chiller. There's the South Metro Sportsplex, which we're at right now, or if you're not here physically, you're watching from South Metro Sportsplex on YouTube. 6 seconds to go. Picked up now by the North Stars. Edson, who just scored the go-ahead goal, looking for 2 down low. Cox with the pounce, and the power play is done. 0 for 2 is CAHA on the power plays as Fleming keeps it in his attacking zone. 8:33 to go in the third. 3-2 is the advantage, favoring the North Stars. like I mentioned, ice time. There's few rinks around Dayton, Ohio, so ice time is a treat to have. It's great that South Metro Sports is a 365-day-a-year rink. I believe Kettering is now too. Around the back of Denny. Dayton trying to push it down the ice. Dayton in the neutral zone, straight ahead, working it. Down the left wing, Francis. And that's going to be icing on the North Stars, allowing CAHA for a swap. 7:54 to go in the third. 3-2 North Stars is your score. Going back to that, it's nice that Columbus is getting another rink, another. It's Kyler battling. I guess that's my final point on that. Novotny. Off the with 7 Suzanne Stars and it looks to go and Cox. One left. Against the Stars. 6:31 to go in the third. 3-2 is your score, favoring CAHA. Don't forget, hockey fans, up next, it's Beaver Creek taking on Elder as the home team in the next contest. We hope you join us for that. Like I mentioned, the Spur been we hope you for that. Third is the right. Summers. It's a 3-2 CAHA North Stars advantage. The first game was all North Stars, a 5-1 lead, or 5-1 win, and a 3-0 lead after one. North Stars added 2 in the second, and Dayton got their lone goal in the second. IPOC swings it over towards the right, knocked down the neutral zone. A one-on-one battle by the boards. Flicked off the glass. Now controlled by Dayton. 5:32 to go in the third. Dayton trailing by 1. Here's some nice movement. Roughing. Staying in the way. Shot bouncing to Summers. Stopped by Summers and a save with 5:24 to go in the third. 3-2 is your score. Face off over towards the right of Summers. As Denny shares a quick fist bump with his goalie. Kyler setting up for the face-off, going against Dayton's McGinnis. Scooped up now by Fleming. Towards the right. Picked up by the Stars. Tackett picking up the speed. Curving over towards the left. Getting past 2 Stealth. Still with the puck. Here's Tackett. Saved by Cox. It bounces behind his cage. A one-on-one battle is Fleming. Great size on Fleming. He'll try one up top. Cox measures it nice. Knocks it down. Holds on for the stop at 4:57 to go in the third. 3-2 CAHA is your score. That's the North Stars in the blue jerseys with the red numbers, white trim, white letters. And Dayton in the white jerseys, red numbers and letters. These two teams swapped jerseys for the second game. Dayton was in the red jerseys. They lost by 4. And the North Stars had Ranger-like jerseys. More stripes on them on the white ones than the blue ones. Racing up ahead, here's Cox with the save, taking the shot from Schneer. And 4:40 remains in the third. Still a 3-2 North Stars advantage with no goals scored in the third. Both teams with a couple chances, but respective goalies of Summers and Cox did a nice job keeping the puck out of the back of the net. Fleming. Here's a send in down low. Cox with the jump. That was Denny feeding it towards Cox. Now 4:33 to go in the third, and the North Stars have a brand new 5 out there. Salvador. Fist bumping the outcoming 5. The stealth now battle. I want to say that's Huff for the stealth side of the face-off. Controlled now by Ross. Ross. This broadcast sponsored, by the way, by Dayton Children's Hospital with a 24-hour center right by South Metro Sportsplex in Springboro. Just a stone's throw away from SMS and a stone's throw off of 741. Back towards the corner. Incoming are the North Stars. Picked up by Ross. Tangled up with Dayton. That was Huff. Here come the North Stars. Left wing connected to Edson. Right now has the game-winning goal. Wet top shelf after Dayton tied it quickly. Flecked away towards the point. Salvador straight ahead. Edson trying to get around the referee. Takes it left wing. Jammed up with the stick of Dayton's McGinnis. 3:34 to go in the third. It's 3-2 North Stars, the score. We head towards the closing moments of this Pee Wee contest. McGinnis knocked down, quickly back up. The refs rule it clean as a wipeout. Going on the other side now. 4 blue jerseys surround the puck. Edson carries. Novotny on the right side. Edson pushes across the 3 lines to the left corner. 3:03 to go in the third. North Stars looking for some insurance goals. Dayton looking to tie it up for the 3rd time today. Alaricha Kyler pushing off the left boards, trying to keep it in. I believe that was Klein out there. We'll have to go back and chase. Klein backpedals. No, that was Ruffing. Klein now trying to reach the puck. 2:42 to go in the third. 3-2 for the North Stars. Lindsay and Powers tangled up. Powers pushed away. Still North Stars in their attacking zone. Powers through a sky lit up with stars, trying to free it away. And Tackett comes up with it for CAHA. Tackett, left face-off circle, one-on-one, back towards the slot. No one there to finish. But it is picked up again by Lindsay. 2:12 to go in regulation. 3-2. Dayton trails. Feeder pass out of the reach of Dayton's Powers. No icing, however. It was beyond the red line. Powers working for Donahue. Donahue, turnover, Lindsay to Kyler. 1:55 to go in the third. It's 3-2 for CAHA. Tackett works the right, flings it over the shoulders of Dayton. Ryder that time. One-on-one bow behind the goal line. Smith awaits the puck for the North Stars. Fleming looking for the loose puck. Down low, Cox reaching for it, keeps it out of the back of the net. Back up on his legs he goes. Dayton driving the loose puck almost through the legs of Ryder. 1:21 to go in the third. 3-2 CAHA. North Stars will come back for it defensively as Dayton chases it. Cox staying in his crease as we're heading to the final minute of this contest. We played 35 minutes as Fleming takes it center with 2 stars towards the left, and Fleming goes offside. 1:03 remaining in the third, 3-2 North Stars over the Dayton Stealth. Non-conference tilt. It's been a very clean game, just 2 infractions whistled, both against Dayton. 0 for 2 go the North Stars on the power play. Face off in the neutral zone. Edson back for Salvador behind the red line, dropping it towards the left. We're down to our final minute of regulation. Out of the reach of Huff. E. Ross picks it up. Now Francis trying to turn around. The Stealth fly down the ice. Lots of open ice as Turner takes it from beyond the red line on target. Summers, nice read, bouncing, and Ross slices it over towards the right. 34 seconds to go in the third. It's a 3-2 lead for the North Stars. In Dayton's attacking zone, Donahue flies over there, but Salvador finds Edson in time. 1-on-1 battle. Ross kicks it to a Stealth member off of Summers. Donahue, perfect shot, and Summers had that bounce. 13 seconds to go in the third. North Stars driving it defensively. Being chased is Novotny against Donahue. To the neutral zone, off the stick. Cox is off the ice, by the way. It's an empty netter with 1 second left. Picked up, and that's the game. The final score, CAHA North Stars 3 and the Dayton Stealth 2. Great contest, and it was a pleasure to bring you this game here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. North Stars had an answer for every time the Dayton Stealth tied it up. Great goaltending by Cox and Summers, and the North Stars sweep this Saturday contest with the Stealth. That'll do it for our broadcast here. Again, please join us for Elder versus Beaver Creek in possibly 15 minutes, possibly 45 minutes. You'll see the live stream if you refresh on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. This is Lee W. Mallon bidding you farewell, and thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon. Again, CAHA 3, Dayton 2.